Yeah, well, I've done a bit of seam sealer under the car, but I think I need to put some on some of these, around some of these new bits that I've added. So I'll do that. And I think that I need to put some down either side of this strut tower, to get some around there, just a few spots. So I've actually bought a brush to put the stuff on and brush it, which I didn't do last time. Now I've just got to find where I put my, oh yeah, there it is there. There's the brush. Where's the seam sealer? Where is the seam sealer gone? It's probably right in front of me somewhere. There, yeah, it is right there. So I looked up, because I noticed, I was looking at a guy doing it the other day, and he seemed to put something on the brush. So I looked up and it says to use a bit of acetone or some such thing on the brush to make it go a bit better. So let's see what happens. And it actually said using cheaper brushes is better. They don't seem to clog. Oh well, that seems to have been going on quite well. You'll live and learn. So anyway, yeah, this brush is working quite good, and it was only a cheap brush, so I might have to go and buy it, because I think it'll just be a throwaway item once I've done this. But that's working quite nicely. So I might have to buy a few more. I didn't want to buy too many till I know that it worked well. But it would seem you've got to get to it pretty quick when you put it on there. So I might put some around this front. Oh well, there's a heap of seam sealer put on there. Probably not quite as tidy as what I would have liked in some spots. Either side of the strut tower there, and up in the front. A couple of spots around in these guards, around that mounting point for the seatbelt, I think it is. And around all those little bits and pieces. And so anyway, yeah, we're another step towards the painting of the underneath. Well viewers, today is the day. I think we're going to get this tinted Raptor coating on the underside of this thing. So yeah, I think everything's done. What I need to do, I'm going to have to go around, like wherever there's captive nuts, I'm going to have to get some tape, I think, and just roll it into a cylinder and push it into those so that the paint doesn't get into them. I've started to do a little bit of taping, just trying to decide exactly where I'm going to with this stuff. basically I think that's the line that I'm going to go up in the guards, right up in under that back beaver panel like they call that. Yes, and we'll go right up in the this guard area, inner guard. Yeah, so what I might do, I'm going to have to give it all a rub down and a good wipe with some Prepsol. So what I might do, I might actually do that, do the taping up, and then we'll come back and have another look. Been probably 6 months since I bought this stuff. I made myself up a nice little stirrer to get in there and stir it all up last night. So the other thing too, I did look probably about 6 months ago, a guy online, I think he had a Nissan 240 of Datsun back in those days, the Datsun 240 maybe it was, that he was putting the Raptor underneath, and he made a very good point that like these areas where you've got the mountings of things go, that you probably don't really want the Raptor in it, so he just coated them with the normal body paint, and then just went over everything with the Raptor paint. So I might actually mix up a little bit of the body paint and just do those areas. And again, I suppose where the mounts for the gearbox are going to mount up. Okay, so yeah, let's I'll get it ready and we'll come back. Well, I've been recording all morning what I've been doing, and I just went to have a bit of a look at the files, and for some reason they've been recording for 5 seconds and then stopping. Very disappointing, so you've missed everything I've done this morning. So what I have done, as you can see, I've done a bit of taping. I've still got a little bit more to do. I've put a bit of tape in all the bolt holes. Now, I came up with a little method. Basically what I was doing is I've got the nozzle from a silicone gun, and I would just wrap tape around it with the sticky side outwards, and then I just push that into the bolt hole and turn it round and pull the thing out and then do another one, and that's worked quite well. So anyway, I've done that. I've given the whole thing a light sand, and I've given it a wash down with Prepsol. Okay, well, I'm just mixing up a small amount of the yellow paint to put in those spots, and this is a 2 parts paint, 1 part hardener and 10% thinners. So I've just got the 2 to 1 thing there, and I put a few marks on that. I bought a stack of these little plastic cups during the week, which are good for being able to dip in and get the paint out. I tell you, the price of this paint, I reckon there must be gold flakes in it, and it's probably not one of the more expensive paints, to be honest. Well, that was a good guesstimation. And so now, the 1 part hardener. I bought myself some gloves. Howard Astill, if anyone's seen Astill Designs on YouTube, he was saying just get yourself food grade gloves from the grocery store. So that's what I've done. The only problem I have when I'm wearing these gloves, my hands sweat profusely and I end up with sweat dripping out over everything. So I might get rid of them after I've just mixed up the paint. Okay, so now I need the 2-pack thinners. You'll notice my dust-free working conditions. Now let's see if I can get some of this stuff out of here without getting it to go everywhere. Actually, I bought myself a few pouring spouts a couple of months back. See if that helps. That's my 2-to-1. Gee, I tell you, it doesn't need much thinners. Okay. I'll just put them down here somewhere out of the way for this minute. Stirring stick. Another stirring stick in the dust-free environment. Give it a good wipe off. A bit of a plug. I've probably mixed up a bit more than I need, but I've got a couple of little bits and pieces that I might just put a bit of paint on. So I've also got this spray gun that I bought probably 6 or 8 months ago that I haven't used yet. Now, always being careful not to get the stirring stick that's been dipped in the pot with the hardener. The face of those few mounting points there on the underbody are now painted with the exterior body colour, the exterior body paint. Okay, well now I'm going to mix some Raptor tint. So this one's the one that's tinted with the colour. So they supply you with this little cup, fill to the line, 237 millilitres. Now I have warned you all, I'm not an expert, so don't necessarily do as I do. Well, that makes the bottle very full. Now I designed myself this little stirring device that fits down into the bottle. You just have to exercise a bit of caution. Put that down on the floor. That bottle is very full. Just try not to overflow it. Yeah, well, There we go, I'm just trying to ruin it all. Getting there. Oh well, got some yellow paint on the floor to remember this job by. Okay, well we're back. So I don't know.
This first attempt at spraying the Raptor coating was a bit of a failure. As it turns out, the paint was pretty much congealed in the bottom of the container, even though I'd tried, you know, to stir it as best as I could. So what I ended up doing here in a minute is tipping it all out into a bigger plastic container so that I could actually mix it properly.
That was for the wall. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe that is the way it looks. Yeah, I think it's too thick. I think I've got to stir it better. Well, I almost had a complete disaster on my hands then. This stuff here, I tipped it out into this jug and found that it was all still fairly hard, solid in the bottom. So I put it in there to stir it, and then my electric stirrer, I poked a hole in the bottom of the cup and it started flooding out. So I quickly grabbed another container and stuck it in. So let's hope that it sprays proper now. Actually, that looks... Just try turning the pressure down a bit. No, it's better with the pressure up a bit.
Unfortunately, I think as I've pulled the airline hose that it's moved the position of the camera, so now the next bit that I'm going to be painting is a little bit out of shot. Okay, well, pretty much the end of another day. Been some good progress today, not without the dramas. I punched a hole in the bottom of the container while mixing the Raptor paint, and it started flowing out. Anyway, I quickly rescued that, and yeah, so anyway, I had the Raptor kit, which consisted of 4 1-litre bottles of the Raptor paint. I had 2 that were tinted in the yellow and 2 that are untinted. I really could have done with one more tint. I think I have actually put it on a little bit thick. At the end of the day, I sort of remembered the guy that I saw online that was doing it said to hold the spray gun back a bit more, further than you normally would. Otherwise it goes on thick, and I think I actually had it on, had a little bit too close, so it wasn't fanning out probably quite as much as it should have been. But anyway, I've pretty much done all the areas that, you know, most important to have done. There's just on a couple of different angles on the back of these couple of brackets and things here. I've just not quite got some onto it, but as I say, I'm going to take one of the untinted bottles with me and get it tinted, and then I can just finish off. I would like to put a little bit more in the front inner guard areas there. And no, that's good. It's come up real well. It's been a long, hard road getting to this point, but we're here. Definitely, if I do another car, well, I do plan to do another car if I don't run out of years. And you know, you get to that point in life where the years ahead of you are less than the years behind you. But apart from that, if I do another one, I think I will definitely get it professionally, fully sandblasted, and whether I get them to put the 2K primer or whether I just get it blasted then put the 2K primer, I think that you know, if I did that, it would have saved me
6 or 8 months worth of time that I've spent sanding and paint stripping and all that, you know. But yeah, I'm really happy to see it at this point, and I think a lot of my viewers are going to be very happy to see it at this point too, because a lot of them have been sort of asking, you know, when's that paint going on. So yeah, anyway, that's been another experience learning to use the Raptor paint, so I'm a bit more clued up for next time. I did notice, as I say, there's a couple of little spots. I think the underside of this chassis rail has missed a bit, and but anyway, yeah, as I say, I'll get another bottle tinted up. But the other thing, because I mixed up a bit of the body paint just to do a couple of areas, and I mixed up too much as I normally do, and so I thought I would have a go with the paint that was left, and I did the mounting support for the fuel tank. It looks pretty good, I think. Unfortunately, there's a couple of little bits of crap on the paint there, so I'm going to have to be a lot more careful when I come to doing the exterior of the car with the cleaning it up. But overall, I think that looks fantastic. And the bit that's got the little bit of stuff in the paint's going to have the tank sitting on top of it anyway, but real happy with that. And I also did that little piece for the gear lever that comes through that, so looks quite good actually, quite good. Hopefully I can get a good finish on the car when I do it. But you know, like I've always said, I'm not after a showroom finish. If it comes up with a showroom finish, all well and good, but I just want it to be clean, tidy, rust free, and to be a fun little car to drive. As I remember when I had mine back in 1979, it was a very fun little car to drive. And this one's going to have a whole lot more fun under the bonnet. Okay viewers, we might wrap this video up here. I hope you're as happy with the end result as what I am. It's looking really, really good, and you know, yeah, so you know, if you've got any comments, by all means, I'd love your feedback, and if you haven't already, you know, like and subscribe. I'm sure it helps, and you know, I'll try and keep some more videos coming, and that'll be great. So like and subscribe, comment, and we'll see you in the next video.